Georgia's coming.
Uh-oh.
If we do recall, we did a show from Alabama last year.
Yep. Week 2.
So hot.
So hot.
So hot. I think that's what we're learning about these.
The sack.
Yeah, I forget who I talked to about it, but it might have been T.Y. yesterday at the game. I was like, T.Y.'s from South Florida as well.
Miami.
That's just so hot.
Before or after he beat Seth Rollins' ass?
It was before he beat up
Sweet. Sweet.
which was needed. Did you see what Seth did before that? Nobody really got to see what happened before the toss out of the suite.
Fuck though.
Seth Rollins had his Colts jacket on like this. And the Colts people were so pumped that he was there. Oh, shit.
Big cheers.
Seth freaking Rollins is here. They show him. And then he rips off the jacket. And then he has a Chicago Bears jersey on. And he's like kind of yelling in everybody's face in a loud house. And T.Y. Hilton says, "What are you doing? Get out of here." Kicks him out of the suite. I don't think Seth was ready for it. I don't think Seth was ready for the action boss. And then he got kicked out, escorted out of town, straight out of the tunnel, all the way back to the town where he came from in Iowa. We don't want to hear it.
Sorry.
And then the Chicago Bears are going to lose. So a lot of people are saying, was it Seth?
Threw a pick right after that.
Yeah, well, so did we. They threw a long completion literally the next play.
And then
there was a turnover, and we get the entire
Someone
game back.
told Caleb, like, hey, Seth Rollins just got thrown out of the suite.
Yeah, but I was talking to T.Y., though, about the South Florida heat. I'm like, it's so hot. And I'm like, South Carolina's so hot. And I was like, Oklahoma's so hot. I guess everywhere is just so hot. Is that where we are right now?
Don't
Kind
love
of.
that.
We're finally getting some
Kinda
relief
turn. Yeah, it's kinda
this
turn.
week. We're supposed to get some rain finally.
How about South Florida? You guys?
Still hot. Still
yeah.
nice. Then
Very.
it's, thick and humidity. And it rains damn near every day. So when it rains and then that next morning
In Miami?
the sun comes up.
No,
starts
Florida.
rising. South Florida, period.
what?
So Alabama's going to be
It's gonna be hot.
thick.
I think it's
It's not that
like-
bad, actually. Yeah, I looked it up on because I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday it's rain, and the humidity I think on Saturday.
Friday's rain?
Yeah, well, just right now, early indications,
Whoa, that's a big little.
and
That
then,
little curveball.
Friday is rain.
and then
Well, that's a
yeah.
big piece of information right there.
But Saturday in the morning, I think it doesn't hit 80 until like 11.
AM showers and Friday morning.
Georgia Bama. I can't believe this
Big
is happening.
game.
This
Yeah.
early.
Big game, yeah.
This is happening this early in the season. That is crazy. Should be pretty wild.
Alabama, big dog at home for the first time, right?
Yeah, first time in how many years did they say?
2008, I want to say, or
16?
six, 7, 8,
games.
somewhere around there.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's nuts. Pre-Saban.
And they're going to play that Dixie Lane Delight
Oh yeah.
going into the third quarter. Place is going to go sweep shit.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
They got a good live show. They got a good
Great live
show down
Yeah.
there.
2.5 point dogs at home.
Nick Saban Field. Georgia, what are they? Are they what they were against Kentucky?
They better not be.
I
They're
told,
coming out of a bye week to Alabama.
Yeah.
That's a good schedule.
I told you this morning. You didn't want to play the Colts the week after they get embarrassed by the Packers because they're going to come out and play.
Mm-hmm.
The Dogs, the Georgia Bulldogs, they didn't lose, but Kirby's going to be on them boys.
2
the
weeks?
last 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, he was embarrassed.
That's a long time to get reminded how bad
They
it
got
was.
DeBoer's got 2 weeks though to draw some stuff up too though. So
Yeah, Bama too. Let's
Yeah.
not forget that Nick Saban's going to be there. Game day. I think game day Saturday morning in Alabama with Saban should be cool.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That should be like a cool moment.
Oh, yeah.
There is a thought sometimes that some of these schools that have had game day a lot, like, are the fans?
Spoiled?
juiced.
Yeah, do they give a fuck?
Yeah, like they show up obviously for the good of the program, for the good of the school. Like, hey, we got to show up because other generations have done that. But some schools, you can tell, like, whether or not they're like in,
Right.
whether like Oklahoma's listening to every word that was said and reacting in 100 degrees. Alabama, like last year we were there, it was great.
Yeah, it was.
The
Last
first
year we were
time.
there, it was great.
But that was the same deal week 2, early
Texas.
on Texas. That was a massive game. And with no 12-team playoff, it was kind of like, hey, if we lose this, like, there's a chance that we're not going to the playoffs. So, like, the stakes were so high.
I guess the week after this one, there's a lot of who knows where.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
looked at
We
that.
looked at it, yeah.
I guess there's a lot of opportunity.
And then the week after that, of
Because like
course.
JMU last year,
But Columbus.
we go to JMU and it is like they're thankful.
That was like
Oh,
the
yeah.
best one.
They're like thankful that you're there, and they're like, we're going to show up. We're here for our football team. We're here for our school. We'd like people to know we love ball around here, and it goes absolutely crazy. I think next weekend there's a chance that we end up in a spot that we have not. That game day has been in a long time, and those are always good scenes.
Yeah.
Those scenes are all like Oklahoma. Those are always
And
really good scenes.
Jamie might have Just unfortunately retired Mac Brown last week. So.
Yeah, no, he was upset in the moment. He's back to work per
Okay,
usual.
good.
Yep.
Hopefully.
I did hear that.
Crazy.
Did he really say that? Did they claim that he said he was walking out? He's leaving?
Allegedly, in the post-game address, there was something about quitting, if this is how this is going to go. And it was misinterpreted, allegedly, from some people. He was talking about the team. If you guys are just going to quit, what are we even? And then there were some people saying he was thinking about it. Whatever the case, we know Mac Brown takes losses very hard.
Yes, yeah.
Very, very hard.
Yeah.
And to lose the JMU the way that 50 burger in the first half.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's tough.
Sig's not even there anymore.
Yeah, so, Sig is in here in
He's
Indiana.
killing it still.
Dominant.
Sig is killing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of his Sig shirts in the airport.
Dominant.
Yeah,
They're
Great,
cutting,
great brand.
they're
Sports
cutting up
Center,
Sig's best, greatest hits.
Yeah.
2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
They're cutting them up, literally.
ESPN-D.
And, Google
Channel
me.
850.
Fuck, that's what I said.
Yeah. And he bingo.
And he
Sports
does.
Center.
He does.
2
I mean, they're really
p.m.
good,
to
but
3
anyways,
p.m.
the JMU, they
ESPN-D.
dominated UNC, and then allegedly
Channel
there was a
850.
miscommunication or something like that
Yeah.
after the game. He's back coaching.
That's good to see, because Mac's one of the greatest of all time.
He said at Texas they would lose. He was devastated.
Yeah.
He'd win. It was a relief. I couldn't imagine. You're in North
I
Carolina.
think there's a lot of people like that. A lot of coaches feel like that.
How
Yeah.
about Saban? How about Saban being like, well, we won a national championship, all right? And then by 2 a.m., I
Yeah.
got to start thinking about what are we going to do
Give
next year.
myself 45 minutes to celebrate, and then
And then later he'd be like, I always said 24-hour rule. I'm like, you said that. Yeah, you literally just told us the national championship was 8 hours later,
Yeah.
4 hours later. You're already thinking about the next thing. Some people are wired that way. That's just how some people are wired. Let's do the greatest segment that Mondays
Hell yeah.
have ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while, we have an opportunity to kind of find out how everybody feels around the NFL fandom, around NFL fan bases. Because we can guess, we can assume, but how do you really know unless you put out a bird call and say, hey, listen, we've reached another glorious Overreaction Monday. All you need to utilize is hashtag I don't want to overreact. And let all your fandom emotion out. Use it as therapy. You will not be judged. No, you'll actually be rewarded. Ty Schmidt went through them all. It was the #1 trend in the United States. We appreciate everybody for participating
Thank you.
and found the best ones. Let's dive in on this Overreaction Monday. Here's from Bruce.